What's going on, brodies? It is Lmaoooo back with you again with a part two to new run, new character. So part one, just like I said from before, we had started off with Snag. We managed to get through. We went through Pottsville, then we did Power Plant. And in the midst of me doing power plant, my recording basically kind of just got like snipped a little bit. And main reason for that, kind of just ran out of storage on one of my on like one of my drives basically. But it wasn't on the right drive. I had my recording saving to the drive where I would normally have all my games stored and stuff like that. So yeah, it was to be expected. But now I pretty much fixed that. I know you're probably wondering, like, well, like, how did that even happen? Like, how did they even switch? It switched when I changed like my OBS settings. I used to have them on advanced, and I put it to simple. And the main reason why I put it to simple was so that I could use the pause and resume mechanic to kind of save a little bit of time. Um, you know, so like normally whenever I'm loading into a game, that's when I tend to use it. But I may use it, for other things in the future to kind of like minimize the amount of time, like minimize the amount of like just idleness, I would say. you know. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to explain that. But yeah, last time we left it off, we did Power Plant, and we managed to get our character Snag here to level 34. As you see, the first 4 perks, they're good. I'm not gonna lie, the perks are good. I wish I could have just gotten them on Expert, but we do have level 30, so let's see what we get for level 30. And yeah, it's just not looking too good. We just got Mohawk, Hitman, and Steel Chamber. And to be honest with you, Hitman, I don't know if it's really that good, like the plain one. But I guess we could go with Hitman because we do have Deprive, so that'll help us out. Even though I would prefer to have this on Expert, but they're just not giving us any perks on Expert. So in terms of this character being BBB, is it still even possible with just 2 perk slots left? Maybe. Maybe if we were to get like Butcher on Expert with averaging on Expert, I feel like that would be most definitely solid enough to make this build perhaps BBB material. But from the looks of it, Snag, I'm not gonna lie, this is kind of, yeah, it's just not it. We're getting some good perks, but again, in terms of getting them on Expert, that is just not happening. So we're gonna go on and get into another mission, and I'm gonna try to get this guy to get his last 2 perks. And yeah, that's pretty much gonna be the goal of this vid. And next time, whenever we do come back for part 3, we will probably just we'll probably just start off with another character again and see if we can get some better luck. So yeah, gonna go on and start it up, and I will come back to y'all when I'm actually loading within a match. All right, we're back on Broadway. Let's see what we can do. Okay. What is a man? Oh man, that intro always kind of gets me. Oh, shotgun shells. Somebody just like oofed one of their characters. Oh. Oh no. I said do that again. That's actually diabolical. Okay, well, I'm not gonna lie, in that department, we will most definitely talk about that. Had to be some good old commentary as we play this game. So yeah, I know you heard that and you're wondering, hey, is your PC alright? I would hope so. Yeah. But realistically speaking, yeah, it's alright. It's just when it comes to No More Room in Hell, if you have played this game quite a bit, you know there is a crazy amount of said bugs, and not only that, I do feel as if the game is like unoptimized. You know, I mean, don't get me wrong, I am rocking everything max graphics, but my PC, it's really good. Got like a 4060 Ti in it, you know, 32 gigs of RAM, and then I think the memory like on the graphics card itself is like 16 gigs. So you know, it's really up there, you know, like it should not struggle at all to play any game. And on top of that, I don't have anything else running on my PC other than this game right now. So I don't know, despite all that, I still tend to, you know, have quite the mishap when it comes to, you know, the game bugging out, it's lagging, you know. I know lagging is like, obviously that's like probably internet, so we're not gonna really talk about that too much. Even though that rarely ever happens, I just feel like some games I just sometimes get put into or just a little bit it's a tad bit like not within my region, probably, I don't know. But that's honestly in terms of this game, man, that's like one of the reasons why I kind of want to make content on this game. Number one, the main one, like obviously I really do love this game, you know. I like survival games. I tend to play them all the time. These zombies are just spawning out of thin air. It really sucks because you just, I mean, it really sucks when they just spawn out of the blue. I don't know how I didn't get hit there. That's crazy. Okay. Okay, Hitman is most definitely putting the work in. It's doing something, bro. I'm not gonna lie. It's getting the job done. You can most definitely tell a difference, you know, instead of it taking like 4 light attacks to the head, it's taking what, 3? Which is very nice. We are going to Hill. Yeah, you know, number one, I really do, you know, like the game. Number two, doesn't really seem like there's that many people making content on this game, you know? Um, and there's, you know, there could be just a, there could be a bejeebus amount of reasons for that. You know, just like I was saying from before, there are a lot of bugs in the game, some that have been fixed, others they have said they have fixed it, but it's still, you know, they're still apparent, you know, they're still here. Um, as well as some new bugs, which I'm like, what even is this? How did this even get here, you know? One of them that I've noticed, is sometimes whenever you interact with said items, like let's say you're trying to interact with this door right here, there are times where it just will not let you interact with it. You know, you have to be standing a certain way, or you have to, you know, be around the door a certain way for it to actually work. And you know, not only it does it to doors, why does it keep on making my character up? Hello? Why is my sprint on toggle? Okay, that's, yeah, probably another bug I just encountered right there. I don't know. It's like I said, overall, just a lot of bugs. I feel like that's the main thing that's kind of killing the game. And yeah, bugs, the game being unoptimized. You know, you have people crashing from just simply playing the game too long, I would say. You know, you play the game, you know, if you play it for about a good 5-6 hours, eventually the game will just shut itself down for some reason. I don't know if that's just meant to happen or not. It's happened to me a couple of times when especially when I first started playing the game, and I lost, you know, some good old characters that way, which is really tough. You know, you disconnect, you come back. Uh, Sometimes you'll still see your character there, like, oh, okay, I still have my character, nice. You try to go on a mission with them, and you know, next thing you know, it's showing you the responders list, and you're like, oh snap, I have to pick a brand new responder. Which is pretty tough. You know, that in itself could easily just make somebody want to just hop off the game. You know, you have somebody that goes on, you know, 3-4 expeditions, you know, power plant, Pottsville, you know, I think the other one was called like Louisville or something like that, right? I don't know. I don't really know all the maps names, but you know, you got Pottsville, you got the power plant, Broadway, and like some other map. You're doing a lot of expeditions, you're getting your character up, you finally get it to level 50. And you get a brand new perk that you've just, you know, It's like, let's say you just get to level, I don't know, 90 something. You get to a really high level, you know, and you just unlock Butcher Expert. And in the midst of you getting your final, you know, skill, since you just maxed your character out, you're level 50, you manage to get Butcher Expert. And in the midst of trying Butcher Expert out, you know, you get loaded up on, let's say, you know, Pottsville, right? You're like, holy crap, this skill is amazing. I'm able to just, you know, take the limbs of zombies with light attacks, where, you know, with most bladed weapons, you have to do you have to initiate a heavy attack. Ooh. So you're like, holy cow, I'm busted. I can easily deal with zombies. I can turn all of them into crawlers with ease. And before you know it, you disconnect. It's like the first thing you think, you're like, well, it's no biggie, right? It's no biggie. I can just, you know, start up my game again. And that's what you do. You start up your game again. You hop in, you see your character, you're like, oh, nice. The character's still here. You try to go and look and see if you have all your skills still on your character, and that's when the game decides to pop up, you know, the responders list. And that's when you realize that all the progress that you had once, you know, that you have once gotten, it's all gone. You know? So, sum it all up, yes, I really do mess with this game a lot. I really do. I like this game. But at the same time, you know, depending on how it goes in terms of the updates for this game and stuff, I mean, it's going to most definitely dictate whether it blows up. You know what I mean? Like more people decide to play it and stuff, or, you know, it's going to determine whether folks, you know, decide to engage with the game and try to push it out even more, or, you know, everybody just kind of stops playing it and it just stays, you know, it just stays where it's at. But you know, with me, I want the game to be, you know, I want it to be up there. You know, I really do. Ooh, this is like I said from before. I really want the game to be up there, and you know, that's why I'm making content on the game. You know, just giving a lot of gameplay, some good commentary here and there. You know. But just like I said from before, one of the main things that honestly kind of bothers me a bit Okay. That's crazy. Wish it would give me a better weapon. But you know, like the hatchet. I really love using the hatchet in this game. It's a good one-handed weapon. Gotta take out all them zombos. Got the crowbar. Got a good shotgun. Wait a minute. Just gonna take that. But oh, here we go. Oh yeah. Don't think the shotgun had any ammo in it. Yeah, no ammo, but it's okay. We'll just there's something right there. Oh, teammate went down. There we go. Okay. There we go. Yeah. Get the last C4, bring it over here. But you know, like I said, other than me not liking the game, you know, the other reason is, like I said, like I don't really see people posting content on the game, so I'm like, you know, why not? I'll just post content. You know, try to post daily content of me playing, and you know, y'all get to see me in terms of, you know, trying to attain like a very good build. Trying to attain one of the BBBs, you know? Cause in the first vid I did of this game, you know, I talked about one of the builds, but there's actually a lot of builds that I've, you know, thought about, which you know, if y'all would like for me to, you know, make like another build or another video talking about a different build, which is also part of the BBB, like more so a melee build that I would like to go for, you know, just let me know. Let me know in the comments, because yeah, I most definitely, you know, let y'all know about it, brainstorm, and you know, y'all can just let me know what you think about it. All right, so as you see, we're doing the bonfire with explosives again. You know, the bonfire, that's the one we did with Squirrel, and I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty wild. It was quite a wild one, especially to, you know, do that one solo. I'm just glad that my character wasn't playing on Nightmare, because I don't know if it was Nightmare. I don't know, man. I feel like maybe I would have still got out of there, but I can't say for granted, you know. Excuse me. You know, speaking of that, if you gotten up to this point, you know, we're gonna see, the code is gonna be bless ya. You know, that let me know, you know, if y'all say that, you know, you just, you know, put whatever you wanna put in the comment section, but like also, you know, put bless ya. That'll let me know that you've gotten up to this point in the video. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna actually start doing that a lot more, you know, just randomly throughout the video. I'll just be like, yeah, we're gonna just gonna have a code. But speaking of which, if you have gotten up to this, again, appreciate you. Really, really do. For, you know, watching. Hopefully you're enjoying the content that I'm making, and yeah. I think my next video I may actually do that. We'll do a part 2 to if you could roll your own perks, you know. I know some people may be kind of confused on what I mean by that, right? But you know, it's just like, you know, just like I said, if you're able to roll your own perks, what would it be? Like, instead of the game rolling the perks for you, right? Like, if you had a chance to be able to just re-roll and keep on refreshing it until you got what you wanted for every single slot, you know, what would you get? What would your build be? You know? And why? What would be the purpose of the build? What type of build it is? You know, are you using guns, melee, consumables? You know, do you want to, you know, do you want to have a Bob the Builder build where it's like, you know, do you want to have a Bob the Builder build where it's like, you know, you hold all the radios, pipe bombs, you know? It's like you help in terms of like crowd control, like really, really good. You know, you keep all the good items to like distract zombies, to make it way much easier for your teammates to, you know, get to attraction, to complete objectives. You know, something like that is, in my opinion, really, really good. So yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like one-handed melee weapons in terms of build potential could probably be even stronger than two-handed. And I say probably because I'm not too sure. But I have thought of a build which may make them like insane, like really insane. Which, like I said, I'll probably talk about that. I'll probably brainstorm a little bit, and I will most definitely talk about that. There's a lot of builds I've honestly thought of, you know, in different categories, from like a build that is, you know, like purely solo, right? Which most of my builds are kind of like that, you know, versus builds where it's like they have a little bit of versatility to them. Like my squirrel character, we have scavenger, vulture. Those are really good perks to, those are really good perks to help your team out. You know, especially if you have like an ammo crate, you get an ammo crate at the beginning of the mission. You know, like that's a lot of ammo. I'm just okay. I'm gonna try to get over here. I know I've been kind of walking around. I've been just kind of taking out the zombos. Okay. Yeah, when it comes to these armored zombies, you just want to hit them in the body, bro. Okay. Especially when it comes to melee. Try to hit them in the body. Try to avoid their riot shield, you know. So if they got the riot shield on the left, swing to the right. You know, if it's on the right, swing to the left. You catch my drift. Radio at this point would be really good because once a rival comes, like literally the minute you get a rival, they spawn like so many runner zombies. It's not even funny. And they will continue to spawn until everybody's like been attracted, you know. Which that's what makes this one honestly really difficult. And you know, not to mention, like it's not one of them attractions where you can just everybody can just hop on the heli the minute it pulls up, right? Nah, you gotta use a zip line. So this one requires a lot of teamwork, which I really do like that. You know, everybody's covering each other, making sure nothing goes wrong. As you see, we have like a little zip line, which means only one person can go up at a time. So that's why I say when it comes to this, when it comes to Broadway, you're gonna most definitely want to carry some radios. If you find radios, pick them up. If you find pipe bombs, pick them up because they're gonna be very useful. They're going to be really, really useful for this. Okay. Now that person just needs to up you too, and we'll be good to go. Oh, okay. Yeah, I really do like this map though. It's really dope. Oh wow, he's using his gun in burst. Wow. Not bad. GG's. Very smooth. Nicely done. Does take a minute for like the heli to just dip. Kind of just sits there for a minute. Nothing wrong with that though. Okay. So we hit level 50. I'm not gonna lie, depending on what I get from... Did I say level 50? I meant level 40. We hit level 40, my bad. But depending on what I get from level 40, it's gonna determine if I even decide to just do another mission or not, which I'm not even gonna lie. it's it's uh the character just ain't it, bro. You know, we're getting things for guns. We got scavenger, we got, you know, that's not what I'm really looking for. But as you see, my game has bugged again. So I'm gonna have to most likely restart it. So I'll come back once I have done that. Alrighty, I'm back. I had to literally restart my whole game. But as you see, Snag is level 40. Let's see if we actually get a good perk or not. That's the thing. And we get Butcher. We have Butcher and Guts. Mohawk is like, eh. I don't really care about Mohawk like that, but Butcher and Guts, they're good. But then again, they're not experts, so this character is a complete dud. I mean, it's not good. It's not good. It's good, but is it good enough? No, it's not. I want a character like Squirrel, for example, where it's like we have a lot of expert perks, and those perks are actually really good that we have expert. You know what I mean? Kind of like this guy too, even though his, you know, like Vulture, Limbo is actually not bad, but we only got one melee perk on him, which was hard blow expert, and you know, it's honestly pretty tough, you know. And then we got some perks in terms of being tanky, like Lucky, and that goes hand in hand with Jeans, because you can heal with your pills. So pills is going to be your main healing source, which I'm not gonna lie, if you're going with melee, you will most definitely want to have this perk, because with that you can just, you know, you don't have to worry about heals. You have 6 heals, because technically, right, with the 2 pills you can use those 3 times, so that's 6 heals, plus you got 4 bandages and a med kit, so you can heal yourself like 11 times technically, right? Only downside is that you can only use pills if you're infected, and you can only have that reduce damage if you're infected. So you know, in terms of infection, it's not really that hard to get infected in this game. And if you're playing on Nightmare, you get hit like once or twice, your character's gonna get infected, most than likely. So in that regards, I would say it's pretty easy to get infected. You know, you just let your character take damage on purpose. Not really purposely, but you get what I'm saying, right? You take damage over the, you know, course of the match, and eventually you will get infected. And once you do, now you can use pills, right? And you can gain HP by using them. And then, you know, obviously you don't want to spam them too much, because you do need them to make sure that you don't become reanimated. But yeah, guys, Snag, I'm pretty much gonna call it here. Whenever we do come back, we are going to make a new character, and try again in hopes that our RNG for perks and all that will be better. Like I said, this is actually not a bad roster. I wouldn't want head blown or scavenger, right? And then other than that, you know, if we could have got all these other perks on expert, deprived, which deprived is insane on expert. I just know it is. I've never gotten it, but I know it is. I know that's going to be insane, because deprived by itself already gives a very nice amount of stam and HP. So having it on expert with adrenaline shot, this is like literally without an adrenaline shot, and my stam, you know, it feels really good. But with a adrenaline shot on top of that, it's gonna be insane. So yeah, maybe we'll get lucky enough to get deprived on expert, hitman on expert on a build with headhunter on expert as well. Either that or average. It doesn't really matter. Those would be really, really awesome. I've never even gotten headhunter on expert, so I would really love to just get that for the first time on a character to see how much of a damage boost it is. But yeah, man. That being said, if you got in here again, I really appreciate you for tuning in. As always, if you liked the video, hit the like button, subscribe, and pull up with that heavy shove and shove that notification button so you know whenever I make another W video like this. And yeah, if you also want to, you can put some down in the comment section. What do you think about Snag? Do you think I should have probably kept this character? Out of the options that they gave me for perks, do you think I picked the best one out of all of them, right? Let me know what you think. And yeah. And just like the question I was last for me it's like last night, you know what I mean? Yesterday. Last vid I post. How many characters do you think it's gonna take for us to have a character as strong as Squirrel, or perhaps even stronger in terms of our RNG luck and in attaining the best skills we can possibly get? Like I said, let me know in the comments. Let me know. But until next time, brodies, I shall see y'all later. Have a good day / night.